Alright guys, this is problem 15 of the 2018 AMC 10 Test A. It is late at night right now. It's like 1 o'clock or something, but I'm still here doing math with you guys because math is just so fun. Alright, where's my mouse? It's right here. Alright, so the question is telling us two circles of radius 5 are externally tangent to each other, right? So these, essentially these triangles right here, or circles right here, and are internally tangent to a circle of radius 13, so this big circle right here, at points A and B right here. As shown in the diagram, the distance AB can be written in the form m over n, where m and n are relatively prime positive integers. What is m plus n? Alright, so this problem is actually pretty easy because we can just do this problem with similar triangles. All right. So the first thing we see here is let's try drawing a radius. All right. Why isn't it drawing? Try drawing a radius right there, and another radius right here, right? So we can connect points A and B. All right. That was a very ugly triangle, but all right. So we have lengths 13 and 13 here, and they go through this radius right here, right? And so we can draw another point at the radius of these two circles. All right, so we have one triangle right here. We know that this side, this whole side right here, is 13. You know that this side is also 13, all right? All right, and then we can draw another line right here matching the radiuses, right? And we know that this one right here is 5, and this one right here is also 5 because it goes from radius, because this is just, essentially this is just a radius, right? Going to the center to point B, right? So that means, and it tells us the radius here is 5, so we have 5 here and 5 there, and we know that this whole thing is 13. So in order to find this one, this side right here, right? This side right here, we'd have to do 13 minus 5, all right? So what's 13 minus 5? Well, that is 8, all right? So we have 8 here and 8 here. And look, now we can just set up a proportion, all right? We love proportions. So let's call this unknown side right here x, all right? X. And let's call AB, let's call that y, okay? And so the problem asks us what basically we want to find what y is equal to, then we can solve the problem, all right? So we're going to set up the proportion here. And we're going to use our similar triangles. This triangle right here is similar to this big triangle right here. All right, and so let's set it up. We have 13, so the long side of the big triangle, over y, which is this unknown side right here, is equal to oh wait, and we have this x right here, right? Well, x, what is x equal to? Well, x is equal to 10, right? Because from this point right here, from this tangent right here, to this center right here, that is equal to 5, right? Because essentially that's a radius. We're going from the center to the end point, all right? So this is 5. And same thing with this. We're going from the center to the end point, so that's also 5. So we know x is equal to 10, all right? So we're setting up proportions, all right? So we have 13 over y, all right, is equal to 8 over 10. All right, 8 over 10. And so what do we have? Well, we can just cross multiply. Well, 13 times 10 is 130. 8 times y is 8y. And we can solve for y now, right? 130 divided by 8. All right, we can bring our 1 up here. 8 and then 5 and then what, 50. Dropped because we dropped on that 0, and then times 6. And what is that? That is 48. That's 2. Drop down another 0. What is that? 0.2. 16. Then we have a 4. Drop down another 0, and that's a 5. So we have 16.25. That's our length y, okay? But how do we write 16.25 as a fraction? All right, how do we write that as a fraction? Well, we can do, if we did, we know that 16.25 times 4 divided by 4 is the same thing as just 16.25, right? Because 4 divided by 4 is just 1. And anything times 1 is itself, okay? All right, so let's do this. All right. So 16.25 times 4, what is that? All right, 16.25 times 4, we have 0, 2, 0, 1, that's 24, 25, 4 times 1, and then this is 65, so 16.25 divided by 4 is 65, all right? So we have 65 over 4. Alright, because all we did is write it in the form of m over n, alright? So we have m over n. And so what is m plus n? Well, we have m, 65, plus n, 4, is equal to 69. And look, we have our answer 69 right here. The answer is D. Alright, so immediately, one of the key takeaways from watching something like this is when you have a circle, or no, when you have any geometry shapes, the easiest thing to do to find, if you want to find the length of something, is set up triangles, alright? Triangles are your key to almost all of your problems. Alright, and there we go. That's how you solve it.